They can do their work. We're not the criminals. Most people are good people. And I can't say that about police anymore. I used to think I would say that, but I can't say that anymore. And I know what they've done to you. It's put life against you. You are a beautiful young man. You are a warrior also. They don't like you in their car, so.
Thank you for that. She brings up a really interesting point. The fear, the very specific fear of retribution that they bring upon you, that they threaten you to not talk about it again. That's a common theme, especially among communities of color. That's why a lot of people say, oh, well, there's not that many complaints filed with the police monster's office. Well, of course, a lot of it is because there's a peaceful institution that doesn't go in there. But at the same token, the fear of retribution is very real, and we have to recognize those risks. And we're all different risks depending on where our privilege level is. But this is real, and to step up and speak out is very empowering and powerful for us to hear and share your pain so that we can be one and to have stronger voices, I think, as well. I see those videos that all around us, this is a daily occurrence, guys. Anytime they gather, stand up to the right, they respond verbally and just left and right, and all around us in the wheelchair, not hardly news for it to be. That's what we work on that. This is actually people's lives, the rest of their lives, and they let them have, they live the way. And again, we have a certain amount of privilege nowadays to bring this out to the public. We have cameras now, we can prove things now. And Tony was at the point that we can prove that they've done wrongdoing to us. Back then, having a video camera, having a film recorder in hand was a very rare occurrence. So the accountability wasn't there. Of course, they always lost their case, and we never could get justice. So the meetings are the last few days, they're removed less than 10 because they know the people are there. So we have to do that. So this stuff is a comment that we'll have to dialogue.
So, I think most people here are probably heard my story by now, where I was driving home on New Year's Day, pulled into the gas station with a friend to fill up gas, and hopefully saw two cops begin to assault a female. Originally said because she was interfering with their investigation by speaking too loudly, and then that was proven to be false, and what they really assaulted her for was one cop told her to get off her phone. She was on the phone with the person who was going to pick her up. If her driver got a DUI that night, her driver still wasn't arrested at that point. He told her to get off the phone. She didn't move with enough alacrity to get off the phone, and so they ended up assaulting her. Me and my friend started trying to take pictures, and I started to ask questions to the police, so they decided to assault me. And like they did with police and Abel, they did not spit in the cop's face. All alive. Fortunately for me, I've had 3 witnesses step forward. I've had one with video. There's a 7-Eleven surveillance camera which shows the cop's live. The cop's own dash camera, video, audio portion proves that the cop's live. In fact, everything the cop has said thus far has been disproven by their own testimony based on the evidence that's now available. So I'm lucky, extremely lucky. But it was after this event that I had so many people come out and reach out to me and tell me their own personal story. Abel was actually one of the first ones. And some of the stories were really bad. And Abel, for example, when he told me that the day that he got arrested, that was the last time he saw freedom in 2 years. It was going to be fun. And so, despite the fact that he didn't get the crime that they claimed he committed, he's in jail now for 2 years, never got to say goodbye to his kids. Really tough experience in life. And now, it's hard to get a job. You know, who wants to fire a cop, right? You know, these cops are just destroyed so many lives. You know, it's a cop right to do. Another woman I know got raped on the east side because the cop thought she was a prosecuted. Another guy got picked up on 6th Street. They took him to a secluded lot. They beat him so bad that they shattered his jaw. Called his sister, told her to come to the hospital to see him. And when she showed up, they said, well, this is because of a fight that he was in on 6th Street. And so these stories just kept coming out more and more and more. And it's been pretty rough to have to hear the stories, because I'm so lucky. I didn't even get assaulted so bad that I got hurt. I mean, God just pushed me in the chest. But there are so many people who have been victimized brutally here on the ADD and around the country, and most of the time, the cops get away with it, and the people just don't care, and it's a shame. I just want to say that for all of us here, our stories are little stories. What I'm really here for, and the reason I want to speak out is because the people that have been getting murdered in this town. And that's the real issue. That's what we really need to focus on. Because my crime, or what happened to me, is small piece of crazy. Unarmed man, getting shot in the back. That's the real issue that I feel that we need to come together, because it's only a matter of time. They're going to murder somebody else. And we don't put a stop to it. We don't stand up and say we've had enough. They're never going to be prevented. And more people are going to be victimized. More people are going to be sentenced. And more people are going to get their lives. If this movement tells us to save the next person, that's wrong. You make it.
None of us have seen it. And many of you don't know that we couldn't come to see that, because he did file a complaint with the police department's office, and they sit him down, he can't record that session, and they showed him their evidence. That's not the only time that we get to see that, or anything, because they're still not releasing that video to us. And he may not even, if he doesn't get indicted, or if he gets indicted and moves forward, then he may never even get it from a legal standpoint, from a court of law. So there's one advantage there to filing that complaint, is you might actually get some evidence against you. So that's why he can bring things down. He can definitively say they have lied, and he can document that. This is a new turn of events, and this stuff is actually happening. Like we were just talking about Robbie Reed a little bit ago, who's still on death row in Texas, because essentially the police are really bad. They thought that their killed his fiance, and they set Robbie Reed up for it. And of course, he is black in the rural community, of course. So that police officer, though, did finally get indicted and prosecuted and sent to jail. We actually have a police officer in jail right now. So it's sexual misconduct. They can't even do rape. It's not even rape. If you're an officer of the law, you don't rape. You just sexually conduct. But he is hopefully not having a very good time in state jail being out. So the momentum is there. And Colette, what do you want to find?
I don't know if y'all know why, but Antonio is still facing a felony charge. This is a most serious charge of an innocent man. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I'm just one of many people right now in the system who are innocent that are being taken for a ride. And there's, I don't know, probably hundreds of thousands of people who sit in jail right now today who didn't commit the crime that they were charged with. And maybe they pled down to something lesser. But I know here in Austin, there's, as of the last check a couple months ago, there are 37 active cases where apparently people have been in top space. It's just complete garbage. We don't know. No one goes around sitting in top space because we know they have rights that are well above ours, and that if you even pull away from a cop, you get charged with battery, assaulting a cop. So the idea that there's 37 people right now who have been on a cop in the system is a joke. The entire justice system is a joke here in this airport in the entire country. And, I'm fighting my case, and they're throwing out as much as they can, and they're trying to suppress as much information as possible. And I'm lucky because I have all this information outside of the police department. I feel so bad for the people who never make bonds, they never get to see the light of day, and they never get to see the evidence against them, and they're just in a state of limbo, waiting for the ultimate decision that comes down from a corrupt system that sends them to prison for something they didn't do. Norma was the female who got assaulted by the cops that night. Norma she was just out having fun with her friend on New Year's Day. She was going home. They get pulled over for DUI. She literally just wanted her friend to be safe. And so she said, you don't have to submit to a breath light. You don't have to submit to a field sobriety. Cop told her to shut up. She said it again. Cop got really mad. Told her cop to go over and deal with her. And then that cop, by this time she's on her phone. She's not even interfering like you think she was. And the cop just said, get off your phone. You have 10 seconds. And she didn't hang up the phone quickly enough because God forbid she was talking to the person who's going to pick her up. And they assaulted her. They ultimately couldn't get her on anything because she didn't do anything. But they ultimately charged her with public intoxication with some charges because she hadn't had a drop of alcohol. She came out with her story after the news broke. And 11 days later, after the event, they charged her with 2 new crimes just to get her.
The day after she was on phone.
The day after she was on the local Fox station, they charged her with 2 new crimes, disobeying a public official and resisting arrest. And so this is the way that they work. They're vindictive. The system protects criminal cops, and they don't protect innocent people.
Thank you. I think we're going to have to wrap it up. A couple of questions for the panel.
There's a lot of things going on here in Austin right now, in regards to activism. And I have been one of those people that have been targeted. I have been an activist for most of my life. I turned 70 years old this year. I've never been found anywhere I have lived like I've had here in Austin, Travis County, Texas. And I hate to say that because this is home. And I have traveled many places, but I have found that if they target you for anything, it is very difficult for you to come out from under that. Now, for me, it started as a child. My grandparents had bought the town of Sprinkle out here in northeast Austin. It was Maynard Sprinkle at that time. And during the redistricting, there was some changes out there. So everything that was on my grandparents' property had belonged to the town of Sprinkle. They had 12 cottages that they had used for the people who worked there. It had the big house that is now called the Bar South Mansion, which is at the end of Springdale Road and Old Cameron Road. But on this particular night, my grandmother and I were there, and I was awakened, and I heard a lot of noise outside. And my window was up toward that corner, and I looked out amongst the trees, and I saw all of these white things. I couldn't really tell what it was because all we had on was a torchlight. And I saw movement, but there was a lot of white stuff out there. But it turns out that they were wearing sheep. I did not know at that time what was going on. My thought was when my grandmother came out and said to me, you better go downstairs. And I said, no. And I put my finger to my lips so I could be quiet. And I didn't know what was going on. But the thought came to me that we had floodlights on the property. And I sit downstairs, turn the lights on, from the state of Texas, state police, there were 2 FBI. So it tells me that these were low top covered in chiefs that were Clifton friends. And you're right, my grandmother believed it, you know, how long ago, you know, we went out. We haven't left our family a lot of the time too. So we left a couple of days later, but not before Carol moved out here in Austin, because that was not Austin. It was Maine. Now, one badge is defined for Maine. Austin, Travis County, the state, and the FBI. So we called church, my uncle was a big Christian in Austin. And it caused so much controversy about the little badges. And then we had the news media out there. The little lady who lived down where the land is there on 290, her name was Miss Ophelia, I don't know her last name. Miss Ophelia was murdered that night. Now, I believe that same we forgot. So, and it was against our land. This is something that Black and Mexicans have to know. We are now in a new world order. This is what you're saying. They want your houses, they want your land. So anything they can do to get that, they're going to try to do it. So we got to be protected, we need to kind of hang with each other where you're not alone. Because when you call the police, you only call them them. And it's not the only time I've had problems with police about land in my family. All of my family have a lot of land. And we've had a lot of problems with the Ku Klux Klan trying to take it away from us. And they believe it. I hate to say that. And so we got to know the truth. And a lot of what's happening right now, we have 29 Texas councils of government. We have, starting with Abilene, we got the West Texas council of government at Abilene. And its director is Tom Smith. They are training cops up there. The cops are not licensed when they hit the street. They go into Austin and go to other places where are outside. Because Bush is behind it.
He just got Bush. A whole more. Don't give the Bushes that much credit. They're not. That family's not that smart. Don't give them that much credit. Just saying, inbreeding takes effect.
I've been working on the pictures for about 10 years, and I've heard a lot of stories from the past with picture videos. And I, you know, in the last, about 2 or 3 years ago, I was hearing that there are still officers on the force that at one point in their career, 20, 25 years ago, were quite vocal about talking about their KKK card-carrying abilities. And, you know, it's not that hard to do to think that they were right out there, you know, at night in the hood and by day wearing the badge. But, exactly, because they might not carry the card anymore, there's still issues, we're still dealing with it. I want to bring up the questions. I think we had a couple questions from the audience. Go ahead.
Could you address what facilitating the ability for the police to commit the assassinations in the street? And I'm talking about the grand jury process, coupled with the district attorney, who's the only one that can formulate the questions in front of the jury.
Well, yeah. So the problem is we just brought a lot to light in the last election. Unfortunately, we weren't successful in getting Charlie Harris elected against President Monroe, who has not had an option, and cares to indict for any reason whatsoever. It was out that legal accountability, without criminal charges and police officers, there will never be accountability. We can do all the work we want on the back end, we can do all the work we want on the policy end, but until we get somebody in that office actually indicting one officer, at least one officer that shot to death an unknown person in the passenger seat of the car, if we can't get that, we're really going to be struggling along. So, anyway, we got, a couple more years we have to deal with it. And the process is rigged, and we need to get a lot more efficient for that. So, actually, Antonio, going green.
I just think that ultimately at the end of the day, every single institution with power, whether it's private or public, if you give them power, they're going to abuse it. The Stanford prison experiment is a great example of where they took a bunch of top-notch, all American kids, and within a span of 3 hours, they gave them fake badges and fake batons, and they were terrorizing their classmates because they thought that they had power. And that's going to happen every single time that we give people power. And that's why it doesn't matter what police force we want. There's going to be people within that force who are going to abuse it. And that's why we need to stand up for each other. I do not anticipate, nor do I hold my breath for any institution, whether it's the district attorney or the internal affairs or whatever, to start doing what's right. The only thing that we can do is fight back, through our direct actions, like supporting each other and trying to expose these people so that we can find justice, not by asking politicians and city managers and police chiefs to help us out.
These was a great line. Go ahead.
Talking about standing up for each other, Antonio, do you have your next court date, or can you make sure
We're waiting on the grand jury. All right, thank you very much. Very, very courageous guys. We're going to have a special speaker for a few minutes, Dr. Johnson. Come on up here. So I'm gonna, there we go, see our day, thank you.
How's it going, guys? Okay, I'm a little nervous, so my name is Sam Barboza, and she already here in Austin. This public speaking for you guys. It's really important to me what's going on here today.
Speak in the mic.
What is going on here today is a great message. Really great what's going on. And what I do with my art, I like to do the same thing. So, without further ado,
Thank you very much, and our hearts are with you, our spirits are with you, and the community is with you as we continue to struggle for justice.
For the years I have been your fight for the wrongful death of our black, young black, as well as the brown, I have suffered. Also in jail and prison. So I see what they do and I know what they're about. Am I a racist? No, I'm not a racist. I'm just very much aware. So when you hear me speak of the truth of racism, I'm not talking about all Caucasians, but I am talking about the real undercover racists that they call police. That is supposed to protect you, sir. Now, however, today's language is not the white sheep, but with these doggone uniforms, dazzle of badges and guns that they call police. Now, however, if you look back and study the history of these same kids, these same people, these same false imprisonments, you will find what I am saying is very much so true. How is it that out of all the citizens here, that is not one black officer is guilty with such activity?
Yeah.
But now, if you recall very clearly, it was a black officer that shot another. After he has warned the owner many times to get this dog, but even after that, the website, the internet, and all things, hit the truck behind the dog, but yet Byron Porter did get shot down like a dog, and that thing that Senator Jr. did get shot down like a dog, Sir Smith did get shot down like a dog, Lee Webb did get shot down like a dog, Kevin Harrison, the Brown, Jesse Owens, Daniel Roach, and so many others. But you know it is not one response. But how is that so? Is why is that? Well, but the young brother